Well, hello, my beautiful Leo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-January right through to mid-February 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming your way and when. Oh, wow. First card that we have to start there, that is your protagonist energy. And having the cross in that position, it indicates that some of you have had some major difficulties regarding finding love. I do see that a lot of you have responsibility on your shoulders. You have some tasks or perhaps your job or responsibilities in the home space that take up a lot of your time. So I feel finding time for you has also been very, very difficult. But also I feel some of you have had some setback when it comes to love. So, I mean, some of you may have been betrayed in the past, for example, and you're healing, or you are really recalibrating your energy and wondering when is the right time to get yourself out there to find love. I mean, it's number 36 as well, so that means you're doing a lot of learning, a lot of spiritual development, really reconnecting to your sense of self and, who you are and what it is that you want in a relationship. Also with the cross energy, and I will show you the card in a moment when I get your overarching energy there, there's an energy of sorrow. So some of you may feel disappointed with the way that the dating scene has gone, or you withdrew from the dating scene because it feels so oversaturated that there's no one out there that you're truly really interested in at this time. Your outcome there is the whip and the letter. Okay, so this card indicates some sort of regret as well. There may have been a situation in the past that you connected to, and maybe you didn't notice the red flags, or you felt helplessly in love with a person in the past and they broke your heart. Because I get a sense here that for some of you, it's been hard to surrender to love because of a previous experience. So you've been doing some healing there. And also some of you, not all of you, my beautiful Leo, my readings don't tend to be about this, but some of you, your religious beliefs or your beliefs in general, they have not really truly matched up with someone that you want to date. Okay, so it just feels like you've been searching in an endless sea of faces, places, situations, and you're looking for someone who gives you that spark, but also someone who ticks all the boxes, and that's hard. Okay, so some of you may have withdrawn from the dating scene or really just been focusing on your tasks, your responsibilities at this time because you feel like there's no one out there and you're actually just focusing on your own personal development and growth. Also, I feel some of you, it's hard to get back into the dating scene after a long period of being out of it. So some of you, I feel you're going to have to reschedule your time in some way just to make more space for you, but also to recognize, that you're about to meet someone, you're going to be talking to someone. There is a romantic connection going on here because we do have your final card, which is, the letter. So there's communication, and I feel, you're going to be talking to someone new. So some of you may be interested in online dating, but if not, I definitely see there could be an invitation that you're invited to. Now, I do see the month of January not really being, a month where you're going to connect to somebody. I feel like you may meet somebody, but I feel as you move into the month of February, this is a little bit more where you're communicating with someone new. So we will go into a Celtic cross just to see who's coming your way there. But this is the resistance position, okay? So you're overcoming an obstacle, a major obstacle from within. Now, sometimes, especially if we get hurt in the past in a relationship, or, we haven't had a relationship, we can start to feel very isolated, very insular, so that when we actually meet someone that we truly find attractive, we start to, overthink it, or we start to become really small. So this year, there's a big message here for you, my beautiful Leo, about not playing small. You're someone who is truly strong, okay? You're someone who's been through a lot, and you're about to meet someone who has had very similar experiences in life as you. And I feel it's really important to recognize that these experiences that you've had, they've made you who you are. And, don't hide yourself away, shine and be your wonderful, authentic, unique self there. But this card, it's almost like it's in the resistance position, which means a path is being made clear for you to overcome an obstacle regarding love, okay? If you felt that you've been a little bit dormant when it comes to the love scene for a while, things are going to thaw out for you this year. And I feel as you go into that cusp period of February time, January, February time, I really feel like there's a strong potential for you to meet somebody new. Now, this won't turn into a long-term relationship until later on in the year, but I definitely see there's some sort of flirtation or communication, and it's connected in some way to an invitation is what I'm seeing here, an invitation. Also, I feel, if you're not being invited to something, could be something online or a forum that you actually put yourself on there. It doesn't have to be like an online dating forum. It could be like a forum where you are interested in certain things that really spark your curiosity, and you may strike up a conversation through that. I mean, it could even literally be as simple as you're waiting in line in the grocery store to pay for something, and someone strikes up a conversation with you, because I see a very impromptu conversation coming in, something you're not expecting. But I feel the path is being made clear here. But because we've got number 21, and it is the mountain there, I feel some of you are processing unresolved issues, and these don't have to be from previous relationships. This could be from childhood. This could be something that is involved in your foundation of what it means to love. So if you witness parents or guardians divorcing when you were younger, you may have noticed that it affected you in a certain way, and you may have noticed also that it kind of influence the way that you operate in love. Now, I feel like you're actually releasing that. You're getting closure on that, or 2023 was all about that for you, I feel. And I feel you're sort of renewed as you move into 2024. Some of you could have been bullied when you were younger. You may have felt like you're always on the outside looking in, even though, you are really a force to be reckoned with. Leo energy is very strong, very powerful, but you also have the capability of being very insular sometimes. The cliche is that Leos are always this gregarious, sparkly, flamboyant person. And actually, you are that, but not always. There are different aspects to you where I feel sometimes you can be a little bit withdrawn. And I definitely see that you have been withdrawn on the love scene for a little while because you're doing you. You're processing a lot of things. So I feel like you're building in confidence, especially if you have been bullied when you were younger, for example. You're building confidence, recognizing that you are a gift. And I feel like you're overcoming certain situations in order to be prepared for love. Because I feel like you are so ready, but there's this one little thing. Okay, because this is your outcome energy. We've got the whip. Now, the whip can indicate you had a painful experience in the past. So you inadvertently kept love at arm's length. You didn't mean to, but you may feel, that feeling rising within you that you're falling for someone or getting connected to someone, and suddenly doubt or anxiety starts to arise. What if they lie to me? What if they cheat on me? What if it's like the past? What if they don't, understand me? So there could be some of that arising when you meet this new person. But I feel it's really important to, keep those fears at bay, because this new person, they're not going to treat you like anybody in the past. This person is actually very romantic. They're very open. They've been in similar situations as you. So I feel they do not take love for granted there either. Now, number 11, of course, is a soul path number, but the whip can represent like repetitive cycles. So some of you may be a little bit tense that perhaps you feel you may repeat a cycle. It's almost like some of of you, if you've been in previous experiences in love, it may have equated to pain for you. So when you get deeply involved in a person, you open yourself up to that level of vulnerability, and it can be daunting, okay? But I feel this time you can trust that this person, you know, I feel like this person is someone you can open to, someone who is emotionally available. But this card can indicate when you meet this person at first, it's almost like there's a bit of a, you know, you putting the brakes on a little bit, or there's a little bit of a pause happening there. Some of you with the whip there, it does indicate that you need to restructure your time in some way. For example, you know, you may need to be more time efficient, or try to factor in some time for you going out to meet new people or experience new things, and inadvertently put yourself in a position to meet someone new. Otherwise, of course, you're online dating. I'm just getting this energy of like not holding back. And as we go into your final card there, this is your outcome energy. We've also got the letter there as well. Okay, communication. But also, you know, this is about romance. Okay, I'm getting this energy of romance, of things blossoming, you know, the carnation. It's almost like I actually feel date energy. You know, like back in the day, you'd see in those movies where you're about to meet someone and you're meeting them in like a, you know, a really busy place full of people. And you're like, well, how will I know which one is you? And you're like, oh, I'm the one wearing the pink carnation. You know, that sort of energy that I'm getting. It's so really old fashioned. So I feel this person, you know, they're like, they really respect love. They're very, how can I put that? Chivalrous, male or female, not a gender specific reading. This person, they believe in old school dating, you know, the person who gets the door, the person who, you know, really wants to find out about you. So I definitely see there's some sort of communication between you and someone new striking up, you know, in the next 6 weeks. That's what I'm seeing there too. Also, a lot of your cards, I mean, 2 of your cards in particular, they add up to 9. So I feel this is someone who has a lot of wisdom, someone who has a lot of depth to them, someone who knows what they want. As I said already, they're emotionally available, but I feel like this person has gone through a very large soul-searching mission. So this person who's coming in, I feel like they're very mature, and I feel like they're not going to mess you around. They're not going to lead you down the garden path. If you go on a date, this is the sort of person, if they went on a date with someone and they were not vibing, they'd be like, you know what, you're amazing, but there's no spark. But with you, I feel they are interested. There's a lot of curiosity. There's a spark there. And I feel it turns into something truly romantic. Okay, so this is your overarching energy. I'm just going to go to a Celtic cross just to see the details of who or what is coming in there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Who or when someone is coming in for you. So let us see the details there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know regarding their singles love life? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay. What are they meant to see? We've got the 7 of Swords. So there could be some trust issues that you are resolving within yourself, but also I get an energy of fierce independence. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Some of you may have wondered if you're not meeting someone who vibes with you because you're super independent and self-sufficient. That is not true at all. The right person is going to love that about you, okay? The right person is going to be strong enough to walk by your side, is not going to feel intimidated by your successes or your strength. They're actually going to see it as an asset, someone who, you know, they really want on their team, someone who they see as a unit that can complete them in some way. So actually, I see that the right person is sort of coming in for you. And after a long period of being disappointed by the wrong person, you're going to see why this new person is so right for you, okay? I mean, looking at your cards that are coming out, I don't know who I'm connecting to in this, my beautiful Leo, but somebody out there. We've got a 3 of Swords deep down. So not only is there difficulty, there's pain and sorrow. Now, this could come from either a previous experience, or it could come from the fact that you've not been dating anybody and you feel really isolated. I don't feel, you know, this energy of loneliness, okay? Because I feel, you know, you are self-sufficient. I feel like you're doing life, you're getting busy with your projects, you have a lot of responsibilities, you're just doing you, okay? So I feel there's a very important message here, you know, to be alone and to be lonely. They're not the same thing. So, of course, sometimes those 3 a.m. thoughts when you're lying in bed and you go, I'd really love it right now if someone could scooch over and give me a hug and say, you know, it's all going to be okay. But I feel like you've been the strong person who's been giving yourself that message, everything's going to be okay, for quite some time. But now you're about to meet someone who resonates with you and who, joins your team as your life partner. So let's see what's going on there for you in particular. And we have the King of Wands, we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Moon card, we have the Eight of Cups. Isn't that interesting? They gave the exact cards that you need to see. And your final card is the Ace of Cups. So there is new love coming in. I could feel the energy, and even your overarching energy is indicating there's a romantic attraction here. But let's start from the very beginning. The Seven of Swords is your starting block. It's your starting point. You are super independent. I really feel that you live life on your own terms. You have a yearning to meet somebody, but at the same time, you want someone who doesn't try to control you, someone who doesn't try to dull your shine, someone who doesn't try to steal your spotlight. You want someone to share your spotlight and someone who celebrates your wins, because that's the sort of person you are. You are the sort of person who opens your heart. You raise anybody who walks by your side up. You're the sort of person who always is very thoughtful, trying to make sure that the person that you love is deeply taken care of and knows that they are someone incredibly important in your life. With the Seven of Swords there could be an indication, because the Seven of Swords, whilst there's a couple of energies coming out, and I will give you them. The history of the Seven of Swords is actually that the figure on the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, for example, it's a yellow card, so that means it's positive, but the figure is actually taking some swords away from the army because he does not want to fight. He wants to find an alternative solution. So it can also indicate that he tends to get misconstrued. So male or female, not a gender-specific reading. You may have felt that you've been misunderstood in relationships in the past, that you haven't truly been seen for who you are and your intentions, and I feel that has really disappointed you in some way. But also the Seven of Swords is an energy of, running away. Okay, when things get really deep. So you may have been in an experience where either you or the other person got scared. I feel for some of you beautiful Leos out there, you may have encountered someone who ghosted you or someone who was a little bit loose with the truth, and it really set you back and made you feel completely bereft. Because if you trusted someone and you opened your heart to somebody, how is it that they could do that to you and not be honest and open? Because you came to them with honesty and loyalty. And also I'm getting with the Seven of Swords that sometimes you may have been in experiences where things went too fast, okay? Because the Seven of Swords, if you think about the Rider-Waite Tarot, the figure takes 5 swords and is running off in stealth mode, but leaves 2 swords behind, which means this person has actually gone too quickly. They've missed something. So, I feel it's really important for you to be aware of anybody who tries to fast track you in love, tell you they want to deliver the world to you, and then they deliver nothing. So I feel that's one of the lessons that you've perhaps been learning, that a foundation is truly important. So I feel it's, it's about to change for you, let's put it that way, because your crossing card is the Tower. So I feel like you have been shocked in love before. I feel like your foundations have been rocked in love. Now, this can be from a previous relationship, but it could also be in the fact that maybe some of you have not had a relationship before and you feel really isolated, like, why has it never been my turn? And you may have felt very, alone in that factor. Again, I feel like you've been getting busy doing life and trying not to dwell on it, but sometimes it does pop up there. Well, the Tower actually is a very positive card in this position because it means you're liberating yourself from feeling stuck, okay? You're coming out of isolation mode, as it were. For some of you, you could have been a homebody because we've got the Queen of Pentacles in the past position. So that tells me that, you spend, a good majority of time alone at home doing your own things. I mean, of course, you've got lots of friends and you've got lots of interesting things that you're doing, but I feel some of you may have felt a little bit more of a homebody recently, and I feel like this year it changes for you. But the Tower is, if you kind of imagine it like a prison, okay? And sometimes we can build our own prison out of fear of what happened in the past, that it could possibly happen again, or, doubt or low self-confidence, low self-esteem. Or even it could be that, we feel comfortable. Sometimes comfortability complacency, they can merge in energies. You know, when you build a life where you're like, this is nice, I'm going to come home every evening, I'm exhausted after the day, I'm going to get some food, I'm going to watch my favorite TV show, and then suddenly 24 hours have passed, and then a week, and then a month, and then a year, and it's like, oh, okay, you know what, I really would like to find a life partner. So I feel you're almost like coming out of this dormant stage this year, and the Tower represents that liberation, okay, an epiphany, a realization that actually something needs to change. And I actually feel like you're going to meet this new person quite by surprise. You're not looking for this person when you meet them, okay? Towers represent surprise, transformation for the positive. Now, deep down, okay, this is what could be affecting you. Three of Swords can indicate a number of things, mainly heartbreak. Some of you are healing from a separation, and you need to take the time that is necessary to do that. But also this can indicate something a little bit deeper, okay? A sorrow that has yet to be processed. This could be from childhood. It could also be, as I said, you're bullied, or you have low self-confidence, or you're shy. It could also indicate that someone said something to you once about, the way you are, or about the way you love. And in some way, it may have influenced how you operate in love, okay? Because I feel like you're really looking at how love has the potential to hurt. But we must not look at that aspect going into a relationship, because, everybody that you meet is a new person and a new experience, and you're not going to repeat a cycle with this new person that comes in, okay? So it's really important, like clean slate energy, because that means if you take the past in with you, it can, manifest as baggage. And I feel, sometimes when we start to get a little bit anxious about a relationship, especially when it's going deeper and we start to really become really vulnerable with a person, we can start to get really insecure, and we can energetically take a step back. And then that person can also feel you're taking a step back, and then you can feel that they've taken a step back, so now you take another step back, and they feel, you've really taken a step back now, so they take a step back as well. Humans, deep down, we're all trying to protect ourselves from being hurt, but also we all want love, and it's really important to open up to that wonderful, loving energy that is available, but sometimes we can be a little bit cautious. So let me just pull a card on that Three of Swords for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? The investment, all that investment, sometimes it's like they're giving me a song. Now you're just somebody that I used to know, okay? That's a very famous song. They're just giving me that part of it. So it's almost like you may have been in love with someone in the past, or have crushed on someone in the past, and it's like now it's just like it's gone. It's like the love had to fade somehow, or it just overnight went. So some of you could have been dealing with like a shocking event, like suddenly you're in a relationship that was very loving, kind, and warm, and it just dissipated, okay? So I feel some of you are resolving that within yourselves. But the majority energy I've got with my beautiful Leos is you're trying to find an alternative way to open yourself up to love, because the Seven of Pentacles is really like you've been really patient, you've worked really hard, you've been putting a lot of investment into yourself and into your life in general, you've been enriching yourself, and at the same time you're like, where's love at? It's nowhere. This is all that's available. So it feels like no one's vibing, no one's got that spark, that chemistry that you're looking for. So you're feeling a little bit like downhearted, like what's the point in trying or looking if there's no one out there who's going to be for me? So I feel, part of you, it's not that you've 100% given up. Okay, I don't see that at all. But at the same time, I feel it's not a priority, or it hasn't been a priority. Now, you are going to meet this person quite by surprise. So I feel it's really important to recognize, new experiences, invitations, getting out there, experiencing new environments, or putting yourself on online dating can only help the universe to orchestrate a meeting between you and this person. I always say this to my friends, unless you're online dating or getting outside, love is not going to smash through your window and join you on the sofa. I mean, as much as, everybody would love it to be that easy, it's not going to happen. So I feel like you're taking control of your destiny, but at the same time, it's like you're changing your tune, or you're changing something about your approach to love. And I feel like you're reimagining or revamping in some way, and it's difficult, okay? When you're about to do something different, it feels hard, okay? It just feels like, okay, it's almost like your life to some degree is comfortable and you're just like, it's like you're providing for yourself in every way, but you have no control over meeting someone and falling in love. And that's like the missing piece, the holy grail, the chemistry. And in a world of millions of people, billions of people, it's like, surely there's that one person who's got that spark. Well, there is. And that person is coming into your life. So having faith. I mean, my guy just pointed at this card. This is also a card to have faith, okay? Because you are about to change your destiny. Now, in the past, we got the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, I mean, you could already be talking to somebody online, or you're wondering how it's going. I definitely see that it will develop into love if you're already talking to someone online. But if you haven't met someone yet, I definitely get a sense here that you've decided that you're going to get out more in 2024, embrace adventure. I feel, it's almost like if you do the same thing, you're going to get the same outcome. And a lot of you have been focusing on your projects, on your comfortability, on your home space. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles can also represent conservation. You're waiting for the one and you're protecting your heart due to other experiences that you've had in the past. So it just feels like, now is a time to get yourself out of, your everyday circumstances and take a leap of faith. So I do see that you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. Some of you may be parents or guardians, and, I feel time may be a factor, or that you've got responsibilities where you're a carer. I definitely get a sense, though, that you are going to find this opportunity to meet this new person, because the Four of Cups is here, and then we've got the Ace of Cups. So the universe, I feel the universe is going to try a couple of times to put this person in your path. But I feel the second time the universe puts this person in your path, then there's a spark. Then you hit it off with this person. So when you meet this person, you may have a conversation later on down the line, like in the first 3 to 6 months, that they were at either a similar event that you were at. There's some sort of moment where you could have crossed paths, but you just didn't notice each other, or there was like too many people. So I feel it could be that, for example, you say you always go to a certain restaurant on a Sunday, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I go to that restaurant every Sunday as well. When do you go? And you may say, oh, I go at 12 noon. And they go, oh, I go at 3 o'clock. It's like, the time wasn't completely right, but somehow you were crossing paths, and you're going to have that conversation, okay? Now, what's above you? We got the Four of Cups. Right now, you're bored of the opportunities that are presented to you. No one's really piquing your interest or your attention. But also this card indicates that, you're looking for an omen, a sign, because you have an expectation that, the one should have been with you by now. But all you've experienced is disappointment. And you may also feel like the dating scene is really oversaturated. So you're refusing to get involved in that because it's just a waste of your time. But also the Four of Cups is a card of dreaming, of all the potentials that, there's about to be an opportunity where the universe steps in to offer you a love that is like no other. Okay. The Four of Cups, there tends to be a person who is sitting underneath a tree, arms crossed, feeling really unfulfilled, feeling really like let down or apathy, almost like you've been on autopilot and thinking, well, you've resigned yourself to the fact that maybe I'm not going to meet anyone anytime soon. So you've just not given up, but stop looking, really. And the Four of Cups, a cup comes out of a turbulent cloud and says, here, try this one. This is the one that is for you, okay? So I feel the universe is almost like playing matchmaker with you in the next 6 weeks, and you're about to meet this person, and it is love, okay? Now, we have the King of Wands here. Now, of course, the King of Wands is a fire energy. This is about you taking the initiative, but also I feel it's the chemistry with somebody new. Now, this person, they could have strong Leo, Aries, Sagittarius in their chart. So I feel very passionate connection. This person, they are someone who's either got their own business or they are really at the top of their game in some way. And if you're retired and you're looking for another retiree, I really get a sense that this person, they were very established in whatever it is that they did. And I feel actually they do have their life together. I feel like they either used to be a mentor as well, or they do mentoring in some way. They're definitely like leadership material. And this indicates that this person, male or female, not a gender specific reading, this person is strong enough to walk by your side. Okay. So there is a lot of chemistry with you in this person, but also I feel this person, they take the initiative. So they sweep you off your feet, and what they say they're going to do, they do it. Their word is their bond. They take action. Okay. Also, this person that you're about to meet, they're confident without being arrogant, and they're not about controlling you. They're about standing by your side and supporting you just like you are with them. But I feel like you're being aligned with someone who's very passionate, someone who doesn't have baggage, someone who takes the initiative, and someone you feel secure with as well there, okay? So also this energy can indicate that you are influencing your circumstances by taking action. Some of you may get out there and do, some sort of new hobby, or you may have booked yourself on something. I even see, like, as I said, invitation energy happening here. So I see that someone could invite you to something, or you get invited to something, and or you meet someone, like, as I said, in a line, waiting to pay for something, and someone strikes up a conversation with you and just asks you out on an invitation, like a date. Okay, so what I see there is you're going to be talking to someone new, and it develops into love. And it just feels like easy. It feels simple. It feels like, oh, I've been waiting for you. You just know when you meet this new person. Now, this is your advice to yourself in this moment, Five of Pentacles. Now, Five of Pentacles can also indicate, yes, you've had some hardship, but you're looking for a sign, or you're hoping that the universe will step in to show you the way. And the universe is stepping in to show you the way. Five of Pentacles can indicate a lack of anybody who's really striking your interest, can indicate a longing that it has been difficult to find somebody. But also the Five of Pentacles can indicate that, you tend to overgive in relationships, and you need to readdress the balance a little bit. Also, I'm getting an energy here of... Okay, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm being given an energy here of the person you're about to meet. They're not your typical type, okay? I mean, they've got some attributes that you've been looking for, and I definitely see that you're highly attracted to this person, but this person's not your typical type, is what I see. And this person, it's almost like if you're walking down the sidewalk, this person would really draw attention to themselves because they're unique. They're a little bit different. And sometimes, and I'm just going to give you this, my beautiful Leo, because I am picking up a bit of a shyness here. And this is not going to resonate with everyone, of course, but it's coming through, so I must mention it. Some of you, especially when you meet someone that you're highly attracted to, you may feel a little bit like insular, like you can't find the words, or you go a little bit silenter than usual, or, it's almost like you put someone on a pedestal. Okay, because you idolize them. You think they're the best thing since sliced bread. And whilst that is wonderful, and most of us do that in the honeymoon period of a relationship, it's really important to recognize that when we put someone on a pedestal, we inadvertently put ourselves below that person. So we tip the balance immediately. And, it's really an important message, because you deserve love. You are lovable, and you deserve to be loved in the way that you want to be loved. And I feel when you meet this new person, there is balance, there is reciprocity. So there's no need to idolize or feel like this person's like, above you in some way. Like, for example, many, many years ago, I met someone who was highly attractive. This is before, I met my twin flame and all of those things. And, I met someone who was like, wow, this person's incredible. And they were very intelligent. They'd gone to a really important, or so we're told, important like university. They had these incredible qualifications, fabulous job, was very wealthy, all of those things that I am not. And I was like, oh. And this person was interested in me. And I thought, that whilst I'm flattered, part of me felt a little bit inadequate by this person's side. Now, that came from my insecurities, of course, but also the fact that I was very very young. You know, I was, inexperienced, and I wasn't as mature as I am now. I hadn't spiritually evolved to reckon that, love is love. It has no divides. It has no boundaries. It has healthy boundaries, let me put it that way. But I mean, it has no divides. If love is present, then nothing or nobody is going to get in the way of that relationship. Okay, that's what I mean there. But, sometimes our feelings of low self-worth can be triggered by meeting a person that we think is just like fantastic. And that's great, because you equally bring something to the table that they are bringing to the table as well. And ultimately, we're humans, and love is important. So that's coming out there. I don't know who needs to hear that. That's probably not going to resonate with a lot of people, but it is coming out there too. Now, we do have the Moon card. The Moon card is all about romanticizing your life, okay? I don't know if you've ever heard a sentence that you must be love in order to attract love. And some people, they get a pet, for example, so that they can feel that level of love and that devotion, and you can feel like the connection with your pet, and then you attract more things to love into your life. But also with the Moon card, there's an energy here of the unknown. Okay, I do apologize for the very loud sound. They're doing some major reconstruction work across the apartment block from me. That's why I got all these wonderful screens. They are soundproof, but someone's got this machine where it's just like super loud. So I hope you can still hear me. I hope it doesn't put you off the reading, but if it does, I get it. I'll just continue for now, but if it gets too much, I may pause and then come back to the reading, because I would rather it wasn't disrupted, because it also disrupts my energy too. But let's see how it goes. The Moon card is an energy of things being orchestrated behind the scenes. And I really feel like you're due a surprise. The universe is aligning you with someone who's actually very romantic. But this is the external circumstances, which can indicate, an uncertainty that, you've been going through a period of transformation and metamorphosis, and that, you're not ever going to take second best. So it was right that you waited for the right person. But at the same time, I feel like you've been processing a lot of deep shadow self-work, as well as lessons that lie within you. And I feel like you are recognizing that fear is just an illusion. Okay, experiences that we had in the past, they no longer exist. They happened, they influenced who we are, and whilst they are incredibly important because they shaped who we are, they must not hold any weight or power over our future happiness. So it's almost like I feel in this energy, you're giving yourself permission to love with wild abandon, to open your heart and experience all that love has to offer you, okay? Also, the Moon card is an energy of caution. So I do feel like, you're going to meet this person, but cautiously, I feel you will sort of get to know them a little bit better. You're building a solid foundation. It will be a very organic relationship. So it's going to be a nice pace that builds a foundation. Now, the hope and a fear is the Eight of Cups. This is the hope and a fear position. Eight of Cups. And this is going to hit hard, okay? Now, I've got a Leo moon, so I totally understand this fear. So the fear here could be you have a fear of being left or rejected, like brutally rejected. And this may be because it happened in the past, okay? Now, when I was growing up, a teacher said to me once, never be afraid of rejection. It's going to hurt, but in the grand scale of things, it will not prevent you from getting what you truly want. So it was like rejection is part of life, but it's a way of recognizing that rejection is protection and redirection, okay? Because the universe will take someone from your life because it's letting you know, actually, I can see further down the line, this person's not meant for you. And you can't see that, and sometimes in the moment it can feel really uncomfortable. Heartbreak, I've been through some stuff, right? And it has been like soul destroying. But it didn't prevent me from getting back up and moving forward in life and allowing myself to be happy. And I feel you're at that pinnacle point as well there, okay? So for some of you, it may be a fear, but I feel, rejection is just protection and redirection towards the person that you're meant to be with. And sometimes people are in our lives for a season to teach us something. They're there for a reason. A lesson needs to be learned, and then we move on. And I feel you're about to meet a soulmate, someone who is meant to be your life partner. Now, of course, Eight of Cups, In this position, the hope and a fear could also be some of you are wanting to learn from past experiences, and you may have an ex that pops in from time to time, trying to re-enter your life. But I feel like you are ending that cycle. I feel like you're being really strict with anyone who's trying to re-enter your life, because they do come into your world, promise you everything, deliver nothing. So I get a sense here that you're walking away from something that has been left unresolved in you for quite some time, unfinished business as it were. But I feel like you're strong enough to give yourself the closure that you require in that situation. Also, I feel, the hope and a fear position, you hope you meet someone who is exciting to be with, someone who, allows you to have freedom in a relationship, someone who doesn't try to control you or stifle you or dull your shine. Also, I'm getting an energy here that, you want someone who is adventurous, someone who doesn't have baggage, someone who's done some soul searching themselves, because right now you're on a journey of discovery and you're letting go of things that no longer have a deeper meaning in your life. You're seeking greater authenticity. So you're hoping that you get someone with depth. The worst thing for you would be someone who is superficial, who, tries to, get into a relationship with you and then later on down the line says, I'm out. So I really feel that, you're right to be cautious, but at the same time, with this Ace of Cups showing up, I feel the universe is actually delivering you someone better. Okay, someone who is more in alignment with your beliefs, with your goals, your dreams, because, sometimes love is not enough. You can be in love with a person and they're deeply in love with you, but if you don't want the same things in life, then you're misaligned. For example, if you are in love with someone and you want children, but they don't want children, then, there's a big conversation to be had there. Either there's a compromise or there is a separation. So, sometimes it's all about looking in the same direction. And I feel the person you're about to meet, you're going to be looking in the same direction. Everything that you want, this person also has visualized it for their future as well. So that's why it's taken some time to match you with the right person. Now, this is your outcome energy, which is love. Ace of Cups is the universe delivering you a romantic, emotional opportunity to connect with a person. This person also is on the same wavelength as you mentally, and I get a sense here that they are very passionate, very dreamy actually, but also this person, they're very optimistic. Okay, they always find a solution to life's ups and downs. This person, they're always a glass half full kind of person, okay? They're really fun to be with. I'm hearing laughter. There's something about this person's laughter. It's really contagious. You feel really warm in this person's presence. And I feel that intuitively, you just know. When you meet this person, you just know. Now, you watch me shuffle these cards, and this is a journey to you meeting this person. The King of Wands, this is the near future circumstances, so I feel like you are, influencing your circumstances in some way to take action and change your life, or put yourself in a position to meet somebody new. And you won't be sorry, because the end result is a loving relationship, the start of something truly special. This is a soulmate. Unconditional love is what they're giving me with you and this person, okay? So we have fear and we have flirt. So as I said, you're going to be having very flirtatious conversations with this person. I feel it will develop into love, but I've already mentioned this reading is good for the next 6 weeks. So I see you getting to know someone, it's like the conversation turns a little bit like more passionate. And then you're like, hang on a minute, is this turning into something else? It is. There is a connection. There's a lot of chemistry there, but you're not rushing it, and nor is this person. And that's why it's an indication that both of you respect each other enough to give space to the relationship so it evolves organically. But we do have that card of fear. Okay, so this can indicate that some of you have been cautious about opening up to love for quite some time, and that, now you're starting to be a little bit more curious about who is out there and who you could connect to there. And of course, we've got flirt. Interesting. It's number 9. So you've been having a lot of 9s, which is all about solitary energy, personal development and growth. And then we've got number 17 there, which is all about healing. It's the star energy, but it's also about letting yourself be seen and aligning yourself with a wish. So we've got flirtatious energy here. You're going to be connecting to somebody in the next 6 weeks, and it will develop from there, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Okay, you've only got one. This is the human, the self, okay? So this is about, thoughts becoming things, and also recognizing that you are a gift and that you are lovable and that there is someone coming in who's going to love you in the way that you hope to be loved. Okay, so I definitely see that you're going to meet someone who's on the same wavelength as you as well. So it's a wonderful connection, and I feel quite excited for you as well there. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. And again, I apologize about that noise. I mean, it drives me insane sometimes, but hey, what can I do? Got to live with it. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo, and love and light.